Hi everybody. I know it's been a long, long time. It's been crazy. But today I found this recipe, I believe on Facebook. And I've made it like 3 times already. It's simple and it's easy. It's peanut butter cornflake cookies. And what you're going to need is, I'm doing a double batch. So normally you would use a half a cup of light corn syrup. I'm using a whole cup. Normally you would use a half a cup of sugar. So I'm doing a whole cup of sugar. And for the peanut butter, I forgot what it was, a half a cup of peanut butter, but I'm going to do a whole cup. This is what you do. You put your sugar in a pot, just like this. You put your corn syrup in a pot, like this. And I need my little rubber spatula.
And yes, she's using a recipe book because this is...
Yeah, I've made it, but I just want to make sure what the measurements are for you guys.
And every good chef has to learn from something.
Well, I mean, I've made these already a few times. And they're pretty good. They're really good. You don't have to bake them. And you melt this together, this corn syrup and the sugar, okay? And like I said, if you're not going to do a double batch, it's a half a cup of light corn syrup and I believe a half a cup of sugar. Yeah, but I'm doing a double batch, so it's a half a cup of sugar if you're doing a regular batch, because my grandkids love these, so I have to do double batches of this. You want to put it on a medium heat, okay? And you let this melt together. And then I'm going to put my peanut butter. It requires a half a cup of peanut butter. So I'm going to do a whole cup, like I said, because I'm doing a batch.
And you want to tell them this is not frosted
Creamy
flakes?
peanut butter. No, this is not frosted flakes. This is regular corn flakes.
Creamy peanut butter?
Yeah, creamy peanut butter, not chunky. And the regular corn flakes. You could buy generic ones. That's what I got. I got Kroger brand. And you need 2 tablespoons of butter. And I'm doing 4 because I'm doubling it. I'll give you the whole measurements of one batch. And then you need wax paper, because you have to put these on wax paper when they're done. So, okay, this requires a half a cup of peanut butter, so I'm doing a full cup. Because once that melts, I have to, I'm going to need a spoon for this.
Want me to hold it?
The spatula is not going to work for this. Hold on.
I'll hold it.
I thought it would, but it's too sticky. So I'm doing a whole cup of peanut butter. I mean, it's hard to do in measuring cups when you're using peanut butter and corn syrup, because it's really sticky and you don't know for sure if it's really a whole cup. But they like these, my grandsons, and they ate them within 1 day. So now I'm doing double batches. But even when I did a double batch, they ate them all. Nolan wasn't here, the one that's filming right now. He wasn't here, so this is going to be his first time trying it.
If I try it.
He likes my regular peanut butter cookies, but I told him these are really, really good. So I decided tonight, even though I was tired, I'm like, I'm going to make these for them. So I'm doing it right now.
I don't know which one to put it on.
I think this is a whole cup.
Got a bag.
So let's see. I believe so. Just put a little extra, ain't gonna hurt you. A little extra peanut butter never hurt anybody. I'm gonna stir this, the sugar and the corn syrup. Because once it starts melting, we're gonna add in the butter and the peanut butter. You kind of want to get this right off the heat once you add the peanut butter and just stir it. All this is the sugar and the corn syrup right now. You just want to get it, incorporate it and get it melted. I mean, this is a really simple, just a messy, sticky recipe, but it's really simple. And I would say that's good enough. Wait. Well, you kind of want it to boil a little bit, it says, so. I just remember from making them, so. But this is really good. They're really, really good. And you have to have the wax paper to put on your cookie sheets. You don't bake them or anything, but you want to put the cookies on a cookie sheet and just let them sit till they get a little hard. which doesn't take long at all, like less than 5 minutes. Maybe 5 the most. You don't have to refrigerate them. You don't have to cool it down. All right, I would say this is good enough, and then we're gonna add the butter. We're gonna put the pats of butter in it, just like this. And we're gonna let this melt, if I can get it. We're gonna let this melt a little bit with the corn syrup and the sugar. And then in a second, after this melts a little bit, I'm gonna add the peanut butter. The only bad part is I used an older pot last time, and I had a hard time getting the sticky stuff out of it. Even though I soaked it in hot water, I had a very hard time. All right, now the peanut butter is going to go in.
Oh, they can see you.
Okay. Now the peanut butter is going in. You should have done all that before we videoed.
Hey.
So now we're going to add the peanut butter, which is a trick here. So it's like what I said, it's super sticky stuff. It's hard to do this. Let's see, wait, we'll put this over there even though it's going to be messy. Whoa, I'm glad I didn't drop that.
Oh god, that would have been a mess. Jeez, that's a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's what gives it it's really good peanut
Next
butter
one we
flavor.
have to do is make peanut butter cookies. So those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, those are really easy.
Those are really good.
Those are just peanut butter, egg, and sugar. That's how I make them.
You gotta make them soon.
I want to find like a new recipe.
Do you want to tell them what your next video idea is?
I can't think of what my next video
No,
idea
for
would
the
be.
birthday?
Oh, for the birthday, for my grandson's birthday coming up, who's going to be 8. His birthday's August 1st. My little fat hamster. His name is Sean. I made a banana pudding with the chessmen cookies. I have pictures of it, but I didn't videotape it when I made it.
So we're going to do it?
And everybody loved it. So they're now asking me to make that for their birthdays.
And also, if you do watch the videos, go in the comments and give us ideas what to make.
Yeah, if you could, that would be awesome.
Just make sure
I can make things, you just got to give me some good ideas. But I think I've done just about not every single thing.
There's a lot of things. You just can't
even
make
my glonkies, the Polish stuffed cabbage. I've never done those. It's just right now it's too hot. I mean, we have air in the house, but to make the stuffed cabbage, you got to have your oven on and you got to have your stove going to boil the cabbage.
Why don't you? Have you ever made like a?
In the fall, I could do the stuffed
You
cabbage.
can make Remember the Busy Bee cupcakes?
Which we call glonkies.
You can make those.
Yeah, I could do cupcakes.
Like I like desserts that you make, cause.
Like I can't think of we did tacos, we did chili.
We did chili. We did ribs.
So I really can't think of what the heck I want to make. I did barbecued country style ribs. I think I did cube steaks.
Yeah, we did. That was the first
Okay,
one.
now we're gonna take this off the heat because it's all incorporated together. And I'm gonna put this in the sink real quick. Watch out. So that way it's not in my way. And we're gonna stir this. Get this mess cleaned up. Right into this. Into the cornflakes. Yep. You ready for this?
Yes.
This is what we do. You stir all this into the cornflakes.
That is satisfying.
Yep. It's gonna be good.
Get a good look on that. I might actually try.
I know my other 2 grandsons, Weston and Roman, they love these.
Is it just cookies and peanut butter?
It's just peanut butter, corn syrup, sugar, butter, and then you pour it right onto the cornflakes, and I gotta stir it.
I might try it.
This is a little hard because it gets messy.
What does the corn syrup taste like?
You don't even taste that, baby. It just brings a sweetness to it. And we're gonna, I don't know if I should use this spoon, because this ain't gonna cut it.
Oh god, that is satisfying.
And then after I get done with incorporating all this together with the cornflakes, you kind of want to get it's going to get stickier and stickier as it goes. And I kind of race to and it's hot when you're dealing with it. It's hot. And you put spoonfuls of these, I'll show you. I put wax paper down, which I gotta do. onto my cookie sheets. And you just put spoonfuls of this down, and it gets hard on its own. So you don't have to bake, you don't have to cool them. You just leave them on the cookie sheets. I had like 10, we don't have much counter space in this kitchen. So I had like 10 cookie sheets going all over the place. And this is it, really. I think it's incorporated pretty good. You want to make sure you get the corn flakes. You don't want one that's kind of plain and doesn't have the peanut butter and sugar in it. And this is it, basically. This is how it's going to look when you get it done. And now to the harder part. I'm going to soak this real quick. This is where it gets a lot of space here now, because I have to do this. These are my old cookie sheets, but they're the bigger ones, so this is what you do. I'm gonna take a paper towel and wipe my hands, because I don't want to get them wet. Okay, I'm gonna take I dropped this in water last time.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I kind of messed it up. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to take the cookies off anyhow. I put them like in a big bowl when they're done, and I layer them with wax paper, and I cover them with the lid.
Drop them in water, drop them on the floor.
Right? I swear. I'm trying to hurry up so they don't get too hard. You don't really have to hurry up, but I don't want to get hard, real hard in a bowl. So
do it however you like it.
And then I'm going to show you, and then we'll be done. And when they're completely done, we'll come back. But wait, let me show them how I put them on here. Don't end me yet. Don't end me yet. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. This is how it goes.
Satisfying.
We are going to take a spoon, just a regular tablespoon, and you put maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. You'll kind of judge it. You don't want them too big. And what I do is I just use my hand and smash it down. Like, that's a little big. And I'll make the next one a little smaller. And they get hard, and they stay that way. And then you just take them off the wax paper. So this is a job and a half right here. This is the hardest part to me, is like getting them together on the cookie sheet. I'm making them a little too big, though. Want them a little bit smaller than that. And sometimes, you know, the cornflake, it's a little hot, too. The cornflake may look like it's sticking out. Just kind of push them in and just kind of give them like a little circle form like that. And they harden up. So they'll stay that way, as long as you keep the cornflake in it. But it has to be cornflakes and not Frosted Flakes. Just buy generic Frosted Flake, cornflakes, that's all. It doesn't have to be a brand name. I use generic cornflakes.
Want to show them when
and
it's done?
generic peanut butter. So
this will be a long process.
You gonna try one, Nolan?
Maybe, I don't know.
Come on, they're good. You'll like them.
I've never had them before.
Nolan's the one that's taping me right now. He's never tried one. But my other two grandsons have. All my other grandsons. I think Andrew tried them. Andrew had them.
Matt and Sean.
He loved them.
Matt would
Matt would love them. They like peanut butter.
I don't know about Sean.
Auntie Samantha's never tried them. I wanted to bring some to her, but they were gone. I said they ate them all.
This is going to be a long process.
Yeah, you could stop. So that's it, guys. And when I'm all done, I'll show you how easy they come off the wax paper. But please make sure you put them on wax paper, because that keeps it from sticking.
Okay.
And that's it, everyone. Have a good night.